Welcome back to my channel. Techno Trend Zone. Sony is gearing up for what could be one of the most significant releases in the professional video market. The highly anticipated Sony FX3 II. This compact cinema camera is rumored to arrive in mid-2025, positioning itself as the successor to the widely celebrated Sony FX3. Designed to elevate cinematic filmmaking in a small form factor, the FX3 II aims to refine its predecessor's strengths while pushing technological innovation forward. With speculation surrounding its potential to challenge even Sony's A7S series, it's time to break down what we know, what's rumored, and how the Sony FX3 II could reshape the video production industry. The legacy of the FX3 and what's next. The original Sony FX3, released in 2021, carved out a unique space in the market as a compact, full-frame cinema camera tailored to content creators, filmmakers, and videographers. By borrowing the 12-megapixel sensor from the A7S III, it became a go-to option for low-light performance, 4K 120fps video recording, and seamless gimbal and drone compatibility. The active cooling system allowed for extended recording, while its lightweight, modular design offered flexibility for diverse shooting scenarios. The FX3 II is expected to retain these beloved features while introducing new enhancements to meet the growing demands of modern filmmakers. Expected core features. Familiar yet upgraded. Many of the FX3's hallmark features are anticipated to make a return, including 5-axis in-body stabilization, a fully articulating LCD screen, and dual-base ISO settings. These core attributes ensure that existing Sony FX3 users will find a sense of familiarity, but with key refinements that could elevate their creative workflow. One of the most talked about FX3 II upgrades is the potential inclusion of a global shutter sensor, a groundbreaking shift that could eliminate rolling shutter distortions. In fast-motion scenarios such as action sports, wildlife videography, and handheld cinematography, traditional CMOS sensors struggle with image distortion due to their line-by-line scanning process. A global shutter, by contrast, captures the entire frame at once, ensuring artifact-free motion capture. Sensor resolution. 12 MP versus 24 MP. The big debate. Another hot topic is the sensor resolution. Early leaks suggest that Sony might stick with a 12-megapixel full-frame sensor, much like the FX3 and A7S III, to maximize low-light sensitivity and dynamic range. However, some sources claim that Sony might opt for a 24-megapixel sensor instead, offering improved 4K oversampling for sharper footage, greater post-production flexibility, and potential open-gate recording. A higher resolution sensor would also allow filmmakers to shoot in taller aspect ratios, making it easier to reframe footage for vertical content on platforms like Instagram Reels, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts without losing quality. That said, an increase in megapixels could slightly impact low-light performance, a trade-off that Sony may mitigate through advanced pixel binning technology and dual-gain architecture. Next-level video capabilities. The FX3 II's video capabilities could set a new benchmark in the industry. While 4K at 120fps is expected as a standard, rumors suggest the possibility of 4K at 180fps or even 240fps. Such high frame rates would put it ahead of rivals like the Canon EOS R5C and Panasonic S1H, making it an excellent choice for cinematic slow-motion shots in sports, wildlife, and high-speed filmmaking. To handle the massive data streams required for high frame rate recording, Sony may leverage its XAV-CSI codec, which supports 10-bit 4:2:2 internal recording. The big question remains: will Sony FX3 II feature internal RAW recording? The FX3 currently requires an external recorder for ProRes RAW, which adds bulk and complexity to rigs. If Sony manages to integrate internal RAW recording, it would be a game-changer for solo shooters and run-and-gun videographers. A redesigned body with improved handling. While the original FX3 received praise for its compact form, some users noted room for improvement in terms of ergonomics and grip comfort. Reports suggest that the FX3 II will feature a redesigned handle with deeper contours and improved button layout, reducing fatigue during long handheld shoots. Sony is also rumored to focus on weather sealing, addressing the FX3's vulnerability to moisture around the hot shoe. A reinforced accessory port and the potential for an optional electronic viewfinder could bridge the gap between cinema and hybrid camera users. Enhanced audio and storage capabilities. Audio is another area where Sony appears to be pushing boundaries. The FX3 II might introduce 32-bit float audio recording, a feature that has gained traction with cameras like the Panasonic GH7. This technology allows for a wider dynamic range, preventing clipping and enabling greater post-production flexibility. A crucial advantage for event videographers, live streaming setups, and wedding cinematographers. When paired with Sony's XLR handle, the FX3 II could significantly reduce the need for external recorders. On the storage front, Sony's commitment to CF Express Type A cards is likely to continue. But a dual-slot design supporting both Type A and SD UHS-2 would offer greater flexibility without alienating existing users. Price, market position, and impact on Sony's lineup. With an estimated price range between $3,800 and $4,200, the FX3 II positions itself as a premium cinema camera for serious videographers, indie filmmakers, and high-end content creators. This pricing makes sense given its target audience, but it also raises an interesting question. What happens to the A7S series? The A7S III shares the FX3's sensor and processor, making it a direct competitor within Sony's lineup. If the FX3 II integrates features like a global shutter, internal ND filters, and RAW recording, Sony might phase out the A7S series entirely, funneling hybrid shooters toward the FX line or photocentric A7 models. However, this strategy has risks. Hybrid creators who rely on the A7S III's built-in EVF and smaller form factor might not fully embrace a cinema-centric FX3 II. The competitive landscape. How does FX3 II stack up? The FX3 II will enter a crowded market filled with powerful competitors. Canon's EOS R5C boasts 8K RAW but struggles with overheating. Panasonic's Lumix S5 II offers open-gate recording and phase detect autofocus, but lacks global shutter technology. Meanwhile, Blackmagic's Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro delivers internal RAW at a lower price, yet falls short in autofocus and portability. Sony's advantage lies in its ability to balance cutting-edge technology with real-world usability. If the FX3 II truly features global shutter, superior cooling, and next-gen audio capabilities, it could set a new industry benchmark. Plus, compatibility with Sony's extensive E-mount lens ecosystem ensures seamless adaptability across documentaries, commercial work, and narrative filmmaking. Final thoughts. A cinematic game changer? For professionals considering an upgrade, the Sony FX3 II success will depend on how well Sony executes its innovative features. If it manages to deliver a global shutter without compromising low-light performance, integrate internal RAW recording, and refine ergonomics, the FX3 II won't just replace its predecessor. It could redefine the entire compact cinema camera category.